the client has bought the domain from Google Domains, okay, and we have the hosting at Hostgator. So how can we point the domain from Google to Hostgator? So we can do this by two ways. The first is either by pointing the A record, correct, and the next option is we can update the custom name servers. Okay, so if the client is already using Google G Suite or emails from Google like G Suite or something like that, then updating the name server is not recommended, because if we update the name server, the MX records of the domain will also get updated, and the previous mail will not work. But if we update the a record of the domain for www and non-www, if we update the IP address, which we call the a record, something like this, 68.42, it may be any other record, and in that situation, the previously set up MX records or the emails will also work, and our website will also be pointed to the Hostgator host. Okay, now what I will do, I will open my Gmail, and this is the account where we have the access of that domain. So just a minute, let me open Google, and now what I will do, I will go to Google Domains. So this is the link for Google domain. Okay, so I will sign it to that account, and here is the account where we have to update the A records. So we can update the A records, or we can also update the name server. For that, I will click on manage, and then I will go to DNS. It's quite simple. And then I will search for, we have two options as I have already told you. The first is the name server. We can update the name server. Currently your domain is using Google's name server. These are the name server of Google, and the next option is we can create a record for this domain. So what I will do, I will simply add the A record, type equal to a TTL. TTL simply means the time, the propagation time. And now I will go to Hostgator. TTL doesn't mean the propagation time, so time to life. Okay, so if we give any lower value in this situation, then if there occurs any situation like the host is down or something like that, we will immediately get to know that the website will not work, or the website will be down. So 3600 is a fine value, and I will update the IPv4 address. So if I add the domain in this hosting, let me click on manage, and after clicking on manage, I will copy this IP address, and I will just put this IP address here. So what I have done, I have created the A record for non-www host, and I will add one more record. Okay, so now I will add www, and here I will add the same record. So we have done two things. We have added non-www and with www. Okay, so after we create the A record of this domain, now I will simply copy the domain name, and I will open one more website, dnschecker.org, and now I will paste the domain name here, and I will check the A record, and on the right hand side I can see all the locations have been updated in this domain. So this simply means that we are now able to use this domain. Okay, so if I do not type the www and I click on search, I can see that the A records have not been updated on this domain. So it simply means that if I open the website without www, the website will not work, but if I open the website with www, then the website will start working. Okay, now I will paste the domain name rkftrust.org, and I will give the password. I just have to remove the dot here. I have clicked on add website, and now I will click on dashboard. The next point which we have to do is to go to SSL and install the SSL certificate on this domain. So as we have purchased a shared hosting plan from Hostgator, we don't have to set up the hosting or the SSL separately. Just we have to click on setup and then select the domain RKF and we have to click on the button install SSL button. So we have almost completed installing the SSL certificate. Now what I will do, I will simply copy the domain name once again and I will check on the live browser. So rkftrust.org. So till this point Hostgator has not detected the pointing of this IP address to this host. Okay, but if we check on the DNS checker, we can check that the www version of this domain is already pointed. We can do one more thing. We can mix record. Well, so what we will do, we will remove the www. So Google is allowing us to add only one array code for this domain. So we will remove the www and now we will check on the DNS checker. Sorry, we have to remove the www, and yes, the non-www version is also started working. So now I will reload the page on Hostgator, and now I should be able to see the propagation message. Yeah, so if I open the browser, if I open the hosting account, or if I open the domain on browser, I should be able to check a landing page created by Hostgator on this browser. Let me open the file manager. Okay, rkftrust.org/default.php. So according to this browser, or according to my network, the domain is not propagated till now, but if we update the A record, there are chances that the domain gets propagated within a minute or two. So in various locations the IP address has not been updated. So we can do one more thing. We can just open this website on one website which we call browser link. Why we use browser link? Because if we use browser link, we can check the website from a different location. Okay, it's an anonymous browser where we can select the operating system and the browser. So I have opened the website from an anonymous browser, and now I can see the website rkftrust.org has started working. So what I can do now to make this website work on my local computer, what I can do, I can simply restart my router and immediately the website will start working on my computer as well. So once the propagation gets completed, we will be able to see all the correct green signals in all the locations. Alright, so this is a simple step. How can we add, or how can we point a Google domain to any other host like Hostgator, Godaddy, Big Rock, etc. Thank you for watching.